let's see what's cooking. It's time for Yo-Yo Max 12.
Here we go, Greek lasagna, also known as pastitsio. I have no clue if I'm saying that correctly. I'm sure somebody will point it out to me. In a large saucepan with a little bit of olive oil, you're going to put 1 chopped up onion. Into that, you're going to add 3 tablespoons of tomato paste, 6 cloves of garlic, and a couple teaspoons of dried oregano, and a couple teaspoons of cinnamon. The cinnamon helps give it that Greek flavor, and I don't leave it out because it really does add so much to this dish. You're going to stir this around a bit till it's heated through and it kind of darkens up a little bit on the heat. Then you're going to add 1.5 pounds of meat. I'm putting in ground turkey. However, the recipe indicates you can use lamb or you can use ground beef. And continue to stir that until it's all nicely cooked. And I'm adding 1 can of tomato sauce to this as well. And you can also add 1/2 cup of red wine. I added just chicken broth. Turn the heat down and add 1/2 cup of grated Pecorino Romano cheese. And I'd never actually tasted this kind of cheese before, and it's really, really good. A little bit of salt and pepper if necessary to get it to taste the way you want. And then you're going to make the sauce. That's several tablespoons of butter that's been melted, 1/2 cup of flour, and a couple cloves of garlic that have been minced. You're going to stir this around and make something called a roux. To this, you're going to add 5 cups of whole milk. And you're going to stir this with a whisk until it gets nice and smooth and all the little clumps are gone. And at first it seems like it's going to take forever, but it doesn't. As soon as it starts to heat up a little bit, those little clumps will come apart quite nicely and the sauce will start to thicken and get nice and bubbly. There it is, all nice and thick. And then you're going to add more of the Romano cheese, another 1.5 cups of grated Romano cheese, off heat. Stir that until it's melted. Also add some salt and pepper. Well, I wouldn't be adding too much salt. The cheese is quite salty to begin with, so you probably wouldn't have to add salt. That is 8 ounces of elbow macaroni that's been cooked and drained. We're going to add some of that sauce in there, 2 cups of that sauce. The rest of it's going to stay in the saucepan. Stir that around, set it aside, and then put it inside a greased 9 by 13 inch pan and spread it around the bottom. It's going to be a little bit thin on the bottom. It's not going to be super thick layer of pasta. Then you're going to just use the same sauce bowl that you had the macaroni in. Put 3 eggs in there. Beat them well until they're nice and frothy and uniformly light yellow. Then transfer some of the hot sauce into the eggs. This will temper them. It'll bring them up to their temperature up, so when you pour it right back in with the other sauce, they're not going to cook and become scrambled eggs on you. That's the reason why you do that. So pour it back in to the saucepan with the rest of the sauce, and we're going to stir it around, and this is going to be the sauce that's going to go over top. Because of the eggs are in there, it's going to make like a custard. Then adding in 1/3 cup of plain yogurt. The recipe asked for Greek yogurt. I couldn't find plain Greek yogurt. I could only find like flavored kinds, but I could find plain regular yogurt, so that's what I put in there. Then you're going to put the meat mixture over top of the pasta mixture. Spread it out evenly. And then you're going to pour that sauce that we made over top. And then bake it at 425 degrees Fahrenheit for 35 to 40 minutes until it is nicely golden brown and bubbling. And let it cool about 10 minutes before you serve it. I'll show you what it looks like when it's just out of the oven. Smells spectacular when it was baking. The topping makes kind of like a custardy topping, and the addition of the cinnamon to it, you kind of taste it throughout the whole recipe. This is kind of unusual. It's a little bit different. If you like Greek food, you'll like this. It certainly was pleasing to me. And it does kind of have a crossover Greek kind of Italian lasagna kind of a thing going on. So this is a recipe that you make when you've got lots of time to cook, because there's lots of steps, lots of dishes, and it takes a little while to put together. But if you're looking for something special and something different for dinner, this is it. Give it a try. We loved it.